What is up, guys and gals? Fonzarelli Fell-Handed here, the one and only Kagero Castro Troy, coming back at you with some shooty boat action. We have had a little bit of an interruption in the video type process with this COVID-19 situation going on. You know, we had to put in a lot of hours at work. We had to make a lot of things happen, as well as work and on the home front. So we had a lot going on in general, trying to gently get back into the swing of things here, folks. And, you know, maybe, who knows, even start streaming again. Don't hold your breath there. And not sure what's wrong with me, but I re-downloaded World of Tanks. So don't get your hopes up. For right now, it's just sitting there. It's downloaded. We're not doing anything with it. So, yes, we may start featuring some folks on the channel that may kind of start getting me back into it. I don't know. Either way, we getting back into the swing of things here, folks. We're featuring Jarhead today. My man, you know him. His stuff down below. Go to his channel. Subscribe, like, love it. Share the whole shebang. Boom. Make sure to get that information done. He's an excellent player. You can learn a lot of information from him. And today, he is putting it down in the Ishmael. If that is in fact how you pronounce that, I am uncertain at this point. Now, if you've been paying attention, he's been decorating people during the intro spiel. So make sure, if you didn't quite check that out, back it up. Because he's going through here, he's citadeling people. I mean, we already at 65,000 damage. And I haven't even, you know, hardly taken a breath yet. So he's out here making things happen, folks. And from what I'm telling here, this is a very, very solid ship. We took some rounds there early on, but you know what? He hasn't necessarily used his repair kit yet. He's kind of, you know, keeping that in his back pocket for things really kind of hit the fan. Taking some rounds there from the port side. Not too much of a big deal. We have a feeling, I got a feeling, this dude going to come around the corner there. We're going to go have the rounds waiting on him, and kablamo. Right in the side there. Up to 75k. Really out here making things happen, folks. Taking some rounds there from the port side. As you can see, somebody's slinging some HE at us. That's fine, though. Jarhead's not too worried about that. Taking some there from the stern. We're going stern out to that gentleman, though. So that's not really going to have too much effect on us, as well as making our profile a lot smaller. So we got a lot going on there. Graf Speed's put some rounds on us there. We're going to see if we can't return the favor. Decoration there, goodness gracious, 90k, just stacking damage on top of damage on top of damage. I love it so much. You can't not but love it, unless of course you're on the other team. Going to the top of the board, one down for the friendlies, one down for the bad guys. Not a lot of movement there. Oh, I take it back, two down for the bad guys. Not a lot of movement here, but you know what? The game is early. We got a lot of stuff going on here. You know, not really anything to write home about as far as the top of the board goes. 90k, though, this early in the game is, however, something to write home about, because he is out here putting it down. And I don't know about you folks, but I'm impressed. Moving on. A lot of target-rich environment over there is the correct terminology, the correct vernacular for that given situation there. A lot of folks over there, as you can see there, he is leaning hard on that left rudder. He's bringing her about, and he's going to do a little bit of decoration on the way in there, which is a wise decision. Always keeping this bad boy here full ahead, which is a good thing. You never want to be a sitting duck there, folks. You know, you see so many battleships just go out there and post up sideways and just try to have a slug match with somebody else. Well, I wouldn't recommend that, because you know what? It's not a good look. You're going to lose. Slinging some AP at that gentleman there. It did not happen. Did not properly connect very good. Now, that's okay, though. You know, I have a feeling we're going to have a lot more choices there. We're pretty low on health here, so we kind of really have to keep on our toes. 100,000 damage there. Jarhead's already hit 6 digits. Out here making it happen. We've been spotted by a plane there. Going back up to the top of the board. 3 down for the friendlies. 1 remaining down for... No, strike that. Reverse it. Willy Wonka style. 3 down for the bad guys. 1 down for the friendlies. Starting to make a dent in them here, folks. And I believe it is in no small part here to Jarhead. Just kind of coming out here and being an excellent skirmisher. Same thing here I do, folks. Too focused on what's going on over there. End up running into an island. Happens to the best of us. He is going to decorate this gentleman as he comes around this corner here. I can see him loading right now. We're taking a little bit of AP fire right there. He decides he's got a better target here. If he can connect with that gentleman, he can most certainly finish him off. Slinging some AP down range there. Doesn't necessarily look like it you know, just knocks him for a loop, but it does do some damage. Been picked up by a spotter plane again there. Not really exactly what we're looking for here. We've got a Kraftspeed coming around. Looks like the island kind of readying to get in a firing position there, if that is indeed such a thing. Readying to get into a position. Yeah, it's like I'm getting ready to take a bath. Yeah, so I guess it does work out. I just want to make sure that I am indeed a cunning linguist. Waka waka. Moving on. A gentleman here is going to be coming around the island anytime soon. We've got ahead and loaded some AP there. We've been running some AP for a little while, but if we can catch him broadside, we will most assuredly let him realize the error of his ways. We've got a good lead right there. It's going to hit him right about the midships there, and we got cheated out of it. It's okay though, it's not a big deal, but you know what? We sure would have liked to stack that damage with the other 109,000 we have. Top of the board there, holding it 1 down for the friendlies, 4 down for the bad guys. The bad guys keep losing more and more guys, which is perfect for us because you know what? We like to win, and win we are going to do. This gentleman here is giving us a nice shot here, lifting the skirt. Jarhead is kind of angling up there, make sure he gets those stern guns on target. He goes ahead and sends it down range there. Kind of interested to see what kind of hatred's going to happen. Looks like it's going to hit him right in the money shot there. Looks like the dispersion and or the other captain kind of moving the rudder back and forth. And that's a common thing you can do, folks. If somebody is putting some rounds on you long distance, you can kind of move the rudder back and forth a little bit. And just the slightest little bit of movement at that kind of range will really end up messing up the rounds, assuming of course his leading is on target, which is very difficult if they're angling in or angling out. It definitely takes a skilled hand there. Just pulled a high caliber there, 120, we're going to call it 124,000 damage. The needle has moved there on top of the board. 2 down for the friendlies there, still holding 4 down for the bad guys. Things are kind of getting into the point there where they're going to be exponentially harder for the bad guys to kind of pull out of this situation. So it's not looking too good there for the bad guys. We're going to try to put some rounds here across the front end of this island before... Oh, and we pulled some Citadel action there. Perfect shot. Excellent stuff there. 139,000 damage. Jarhead is really out here making it happen, folks. He's putting it down. He's holding things down like gravity for the home team, as it were. Still not really much happening there. We're going to see if we can't go ahead and end some bloodlines here. A gentleman coming around a corner here. We have an excellent shot here. This will most certainly send him to the bottom if we can get the money shot. And we do. Fantastic work. It looked like it wasn't going to happen. It was kind of slow in ending him, but you know what? He is now at the bottom of the channel. We are not. So, bully for us. Moving on. So the game here is starting to open up a little bit. The map is starting to open up. We have more options here than we did previously because we are kind of at the point to where if we go in too far, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves in kind of a flank situation. Jarhead didn't do that. Was very wise. And now it's kind of the point where he can kind of pick and choose who he wants to take down at his leisure. We have this gentleman up here kind of going bow on, which is not a good look for us, especially when we're running AP. But you know what? He may try to kind of sneak around the side here. It looks like secondaries are picking up. It's not going to take very many secondaries to get rid of this gentleman because he has had a hard life there. And you know what? The little bit of AP damage we kick out ended up getting rid of him and sending him to the channel. 152,000 damage. Fuso sitting at the bottom of the channel right now. And we are literally floating over him right now. Pepsi-Cola there out in the distance there. We all know how well these things like to be citadeled. This guy is not moving very, very much. He's kind of just sitting in the back chilling, posted up. We're going to see if we can't remind him that he needs to be Oscar Mike at all times. Throw a little bit of decoration out there to him. See if that manages to connect. I'm kind of interested to see what exactly is going to happen. We managed to touch him pretty decent there. Did not get a Citadel, but you know what? We got the Citadel damage almost. So, I'm happy with that. 161,000 damage. The Allies have lost quite a few members now. 5 down for the Allies, 6 down for the bad guys. So now it's kind of, the bad guys have kind of tried to even it up. And even it up they are doing. So it's really anybody's game, actually, at this point, because it can really quickly go either way. 161,000 damage, taking some rounds here. Bow tanking this gentleman, making our profile small as possible. As you can see here, Jarhead's wanting to throw that rear end out, get those stern guns on target. You know what? I don't blame him, because you really need to maximize your firepower this late in the game. When you hit in game, you need to be ready to rock and roll here, folks. Pensacola is going to lift up the skirt for us, and you know what? We're going to try to answer the call. Looks like he goes ahead and fires that gentleman to the front of him there, or well, to the port now, which is a good move, because I don't think that Pensacola was 100% taking the bait. However, we are taking some rounds from him. We have a gentleman out here to our port side, just begging to be decorated here. We're waiting on this slow reload. As soon as we get the guns up, we are going to send it. It looks like he's sending some HE to us. Wow, that was perfect timing. He disappeared off the scope and immediately came back. We go ahead and throw a nice tight pattern at him. And while we're going to go ahead and bow tank this gentleman. And boom! He gets decorated. We don't even look at him. Cool guys don't look at explosions. And that's how it is, folks. Killed this guy as well. 100% Terminator. Out here making it happen, folks. 187,000 damage. Really out here making it happen. Doing things, putting in work, putting people in submission, figure 4, leg lock. All of the things that I normally say times 2. Block some friendly torpedoes there. It's fine. We're not too concerned about them. We're concerned about us. We're trying to get this last kill here. We're going to see if we can't possibly throw it around the corner here, but I don't necessarily know if it's going to happen. It may. There's a lot of people vying for this Pensacola's last little bit of health here. Got some AP loaded here. This will absolutely decorate this gentleman, and it looks like it is not going to happen for us, which is 100% awful. 187,000 damage, 298,000 credits. Folks, I really hope you enjoy. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Look at all those medals. And make sure to check out Jarhead's channel. See you folks next time.